Heather from A More Crafty Life. Today I'm going to show you how to make a textured headband. The first picture shows the yarn Red Heart Unforgettable in Heirloom. Here I have Lion Brand Landscapes in Mountain Range and a 5mm crochet hook. For this headband, we are going to chain 20, and this makes a approximately 4-inch wide headband. And any even number will work for this pattern. So let's start with 20. Now I have my 20 or any even number that you want to use. I'm going to slip stitch in the second chain from the hook. So 1, 2, and you insert your hook, and then you just pull through a loop, and that is a slip stitch. Followed by the next, which is a half double, and slip stitch. Half double crochet, slip stitch, and this pattern is easy to do. It just repeats the slip stitch and the half double crochet, and it should look like this. And the yarn is pretty easy to work with. It sometimes kind of splits, and it's a little bit thin and thick, but it comes in pretty colors. And otherwise it's not too hard to work with. So we're going to continue with our half double crochet, followed by a slip stitch, half double crochet, slip stitch, and I will see you at the end of the row when we finish that. Now that we continued our slip stitch followed by a half double crochet, when you get to the last stitch, you will just keep continuing and you will end with 1 slip stitch. And your headband should look like this so far. And then you are going to chain 1 and turn your work. So you can see the pattern here on this side. So this is what it's going to look like. We're going to continue on. So here's your chain 1, and you are going to slip stitch on top of the slip stitch from the row before, and then you're going to follow it by a half double crochet. Slip stitch, half double crochet. And your slip stitch is always going to be on top of the slip stitch, and the half double crochet is always going to be on top of the half double crochet. Another slip stitch, half double crochet, and here's how your second row looks. And keep repeating, half double crochet, slip stitch, and when you get to the last stitch, you will do 1 slip stitch. And this is the repeat. You repeat row 2 until you have the length that you want. And you chain 1. And then, so here is your first 2 rows. And then you would repeat with a slip stitch in the first stitch, half double crochet in the next, slip stitch, half double crochet, And you keep repeating this until you have about 1 inch smaller than the distance around your head. So a typical, a medium-sized woman headband or ear warmer is usually 20 or 21 inches. So you would want to make it 19 or 20. And that's not stretched. You don't want it to be too tight, but if you make it too big, it will also stretch out and then it won't stay in place. So you keep repeating this. I repeated until I had 49 rows, approximately 22 inches. So I will keep repeating until I have it long enough, and then I'll show you how to finish the headband. I did a few more rows, and so it's starting to look like this. One of the great things about this yarn is that it has a little bit of a sheen, but it also has lots of colors without you having to change colors or weave in all the ends. So I wanted to show you how to finish it. You can see that it looks like this, and this is the opposite side, or the what I call the back. So there's a couple ways to do it. You can do it with it turned inside out and then slip stitch. So you match the two sides up and then you slip stitch through the two stitches. And that makes a little bit of a ridge on this side, but since it's on the inside, you don't see it. And I find it real easy to do. And it just gives you, you can see it gives you a little bit of line. And then the other way is to get to knot your last stitch here, and then take it from the right side and go through, just with a needle, go through the top of each stitch back and forth and just sew it together. So you go this way and then back and forth all the way down, making sure that both ends are even. You can find the written pattern in a free PDF on my blog, A More Crafty Life, plus hundreds of other free patterns. Thanks for watching.